Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video, one that's a little different from my usual Monday videos where I have a martial arts Monday review where I review a martial arts film. Today I'm going to do a recommends movie review where I review a film that has been recommended by a fellow YouTuber. And the reason that I'm doing this today is that this YouTuber, KDS Reviews, will be on my channel with me tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Central. And we're going to get to know him and talk about movies and physical media collecting. So I thought I would do this video today since he recently recommended on his channel the movie that you're going to see me unbox here. So we'll do that unboxing and then we'll come back and then I'll review the film. Today I'd like to show something that I probably showed a year ago, but I'm going to go ahead and open this up. This is the DC animated film Batman Hush. It came in this box here. I believe I got this from Hamilton Book a while back. That has a limited edition figure in it. At least that's what it says there. And it also says Batman Silence, and it has a Sergeant Rock short. So I'm very interested to get this open. And my impetus, the reason I'm opening this now, despite the fact that I've had it over a year, is I just saw a review from KDS Reviews, who you should check out on YouTube. I'll put the link in the description to his channel. But he reviewed this film recently and gave it a very positive review. Generally speaking, I agree with him that DC does a better job with their animated films than Marvel. Having said that, I have not seen all of them, but you want to go back to years ago when me and the kids, before my son Harry was even around, it was a long time ago now that I'm thinking about it, but we would go to the library and rent these movies, and we watched Batman Mask of the Phantasm and a few others, and then there was like an Avengers thing versus the Hulk, which was basically just like almost like two unrelated stories, including a pretty cool battle scene, but it didn't really have the story. So according to KDS Reviews, the story here is excellent. And I am not the hugest Batman fan as far as movies. I like the Dark Knight trilogy. I just don't like it as much as a lot of people. I have not felt compelled to watch the newest Batman film with Robert Pattinson, but I will. I'll give it a chance. So I'm guessing this is the character of Hush. I don't really know anything about it. Looks like a pretty cool figure. And this was not terribly expensive at Hamilton Books. So hopefully I just did not destroy the value of this if this is somehow inexplicably shot up in value, but I highly doubt it. Well, it's pretty cool. It's just a rigid figure, but it's very cool. Okay, well, let's take a look at the Blu-ray, DVD, slipcover, which looks almost the same. Oh, there's the slipcover, has the special features. Batman, Love in a Time of War, audio commentary with filmmakers, DC, a sneak peek at the next animated movie, Wonder Woman Bloodlines. Imagine that already came out. I think I have it, actually. From the DC Vault bonus cartoon. Okay. And there's the Sergeant Rock short. It looks like we got some French and English dual language there. Okay, so there we go. It looks like we got the Scarecrow in there. Harley Quinn. Bane. Perhaps. Digital code. I have no idea if that would be good anymore. The DVD and Blu-ray. So there it is. All right. A lot of times, usually when I have my physical media openings and things, that's a separate video from the review, but this one will be a little different. So I'm going to go ahead and watch this, and I'll be right back. Here's my review, not just of the film, but of this entire release, because this is actually kind of packed full of extras. I mean, they really did a good job on this release. And this movie is available on YouTube if you wanted to watch it, but physical media does matter, so you don't get all the extras that come with this DVD and Blu-ray combination. That, if you just watch it on YouTube, and maybe it's only appropriate that I'm in this room while I reorganize my office because I'm under my giant Batmobile there. Anyway, and one thing I did miss, the bottom of the package, it does say limited edition. So this was limited to 9,750. This is 8,897. So let's get to review of the film, and then I'll talk about some of the other things on this release. Yeah, the film was very good. Now, this is based on a graphic novel. Apparently, to the degree that people have a problem with this film, it departs from the graphic novel to some degree. I'm not familiar with the graphic novel. I didn't have a dog in the fight. I was fine with it, but I don't think anyone should let that stop them. This is a really good animated film in its own right. The animation looked fantastic, by the way. They've been doing a great job with that for a couple decades now, to be honest. But yeah, this is a really interesting film with a character that I was not familiar with, Hush. And without going into a whole lot of detail, Hush has a plan. His identity is secret. He's got a plan. He wants to manipulate a lot of characters in the DC and especially Batman universe to achieve his sinister ends. And among the characters in this story is Catwoman. Essentially, that is the main thrust of the story involving Batman and his personal life side of it, his evolving relationship with Catwoman. So that's a very strong part of the story. But this features a whole cast of characters. I mentioned a few of them, and already, I won't go over that again. But this villain essentially has a way of controlling people. And if you're going to control other villains, it's good to have Poison Ivy on your side, because that's her whole modus operandi, right? That she can control you. So it really is a very solid story. Lots of good twists and turns. The Batman-Catwoman relationship is explored, and it's really good. Just a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. Don't let this be your only review. Make sure you go back and watch the KDS review of Hush, for sure. Now let's talk about the physical release. You have several trailers of upcoming projects, a few other Batman movies, a Wonder Woman movie. So they had a little behind the scenes where you saw the lovely Rosario Dawson. The lovely Rosario Dawson is who I was trying to think of there. She does the voice work for Wonder Woman in that film, Wonder Woman Bloodlines, which actually looks pretty good. And then you also have Batman Love in a Time of War, which is a featurette about this film, and which leans heavily into the relationship between Catwoman and Batman, not surprisingly. It's probably, unless there's been a standalone Catwoman documentary, it's probably the best sort of Catwoman documentary that's out there, because they go back and they talk about the evolution of the character, all the way back to the 60s series with Julie Newmar and Eartha Kitt. They talk about the different ways she's been portrayed over the years. So it was really actually very interesting, to be honest with you. There is an audio commentary with the filmmakers. I have not rewatched the film with that. That might be something I'd be interested in doing next time I watch this. And then they have From the DC Vault, a bonus cartoon. That is an episode of the Batman animated series. I don't remember the title, but the plot does involve, not surprisingly, Catwoman. Are you sensing a theme here with this release? And then they had sneak peeks at several other Batman animated films and a bonus cartoon, which is, you've got a sticker here, DC Showcase Short. This is a 15-minute short, a Sergeant Rock short. And it's, I don't forget what the title of it was, but it's, the description is as follows: battle-weary GI Sergeant Rock and the soldiers of Easy Company have seen everything in World War II and dished out. And everything World War II can dish out until a surprise panzer attack separates Rock from his men. And this is a pretty bloody cartoon, to be honest with you. Now the grizzled sergeant finds himself deep behind enemy lines, fighting side by side with the weirdest warriors he has ever seen. Yes. So let me just say two things about that. If you like the Universal monsters, you're going to love this 15-minute short. And this was also used as apparently a jumping off point for the Creature Commandos cartoon from DC, which I've heard about, but I really had no idea what it was about. So now I'm very interested in checking that out, because I think it's a great idea. Yeah, so hey, this release did its job. I got to see a really solid animated film. Got excited about some other projects that have, this is a couple years old now, so they're all those projects are out. And you know, the Creature Commandos cartoon may have even run its whole course. I'm not really sure, but just an excellent release overall. So there you have it. What are your thoughts about Batman Hush or any of the topics that I discussed today? Let me know in the comments below, but also make sure, more importantly, tune in tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central for my conversation with KDS Reviews. All right, thanks a lot, everybody. Later. Bye.